Good morning. Welcome to the Sunflower Hour. I'm your host, Daisy Chayne. Thank you all so much for joining us. Do you ever wonder why sometimes you pay $5.88 or maybe over $50 for a prescription drug? Well, today we are going to talk about one contributing factor of these high costs for these prescriptions: pharmacy benefit managers. Who are they and what do they do? Well, these are the middlemen that no one ever sees. They communicate with the pharmaceutical companies and the insurance companies to negotiate prices and establish rebates. Joining me today is Assemblymember Poppy Fields. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, good morning, Daisy. Thank you so much for having me here.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing real well, thank you.
Yeah. So let's start us off with you explaining what a pharmacy benefit manager is and why they're contributing to the increase of drug prices.
Yes, so pharmacy benefit managers, or PBM companies, have been around for quite some time. They're contracted by the insurance companies to negotiate drug prices with the pharmaceutical companies in the form of rebates.
Okay. So are there any regulations to these companies?
As of right now, unfortunately, there are no regulations on these companies. There's actually no oversight to ensure the rebates are actually passed along to the consumer.
So can you quickly explain what a rebate is?
Yes, of course. I'm actually going to give you an example. So let's assume a pharmaceutical company decides to pass on a 15% discount in a form of a rebate to the PBM company.
Mm-hmm.
If the PBM company passes on a 10% discount to the consumer, we have to wonder where that 5% is going.
Right, where is that 5%?
Well, in 2015, the PBM companies reported $270 billion in revenue.
$270 billion. That's insane.
That is a lot of money. You're correct.
So what can be done about this?
Well, actually in California, what we're trying to do right now is pass a bill, AB 315, which is going to require pharmacy benefit companies to go through a licensure process, which will allow the states to monitor and regulate the companies and to make sure they actually pass on as much benefits as possible to the consumer and they're not contributing to the inflation of the drug prices.
That would be great.
Yeah.
So now we will be going to our reporter, Lily Pad, for an exclusive story on the inflation of drug prices.
Hi, this is Lily Pad. I'm here with Rosie. I just talked to her about her experiences with the increasing of medication prices. So Rosie, you told me earlier that you have been taking some medication to control your diabetes for quite some time now. Have you noticed any increases or changes in your medication prices?
Yes, even though I have health coverage, my co-payment of medications have increased a lot. Last year I paid $150, and this year I have to pay $250.
Wow, and with that increasing, how do you manage to pay for your medication?
Actually, I can't afford anymore, and I haven't been taking my insulin regularly. Now my diabetes is no longer controlled. Currently, I'm looking for a second job, but I am a single mom and I can't afford for a babysitter.
Wow, that's pretty tough. Well, thanks, Rosie, for sharing with us your story today. As you can see, a lot of parents have been affected with this increase in the medication prices. A lot of them have been stopped taking medication regularly, and some of it cannot afford for medications. This is Lily Pad reporting from Sacramento for Sunflower Hour.
Wow, that is a really tough situation to be in. Let's really hope that Assembly Bill 315 passes.
Yes, most definitely. Please call your local Congress representative in support of this bill.
Well, Poppy Fields, thank you so much for joining us today and providing us with this great insight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. And thank you all for tuning in to the Sunflower Hour. I'm your host, Daisy Chayne. Until next time, have a sunshiny day. Woo!